Let's take a look at Part A. There are three subparts. Part A1, to sing or play from memory the lowest part of a three-part phrase played twice by the examiner. The lowest part will be within the range of an octave, in a major or minor key with up to 3 sharp serrats. First, the examiner will play the key chord and the starting note and then count in 2 bars. If the candidate chooses to play, the examiner will also name the key chord and the starting note, as appropriate for the instrument, if necessary. The examiner will play the phrase again and allow a second attempt, although this may affect the assessment. Here is an example. The examiner will say this in the exam. I would like you to repeat the lowest part of this 3-part phrase. I will play it twice. Here is the key chord of E major and the starting note. And the pulse. Again. Check your answer. Here is the lowest part only. Part A2, to identify the cadence at the end of a continuing phrase as perfect, imperfect, interrupted or plagal. The phrase will be in a major or minor key and will be played twice by the examiner. The chords forming the cadence will be limited to the following. Before the first playing, the examiner will play the key chord. Let's take a look at this example. Now tell me what cadence is at the end of the next phrase. I will play it twice. Here is the key chord of E major. Again. What is the cadence? Part A3, to identify the 3 chords including their positions forming the above cadential progression. The chords will be limited to the following. First, the examiner will name and play the key chord, then play the 3 chords in sequence, now playing each chord individually, pausing for the candidate to identify it. The candidate may answer using technical names, chord numbers, or letter names. Here is an example. Now tell me what the last 3 chords are. First, I will give you a key chord, then I will play through the 3 chords you need to name. Here is the key chord in E major, and the 3 chords are. Now I will stop on each chord and you name it. Here is the key chord of E major again. First this chord. Now this one. And the last. Here is the answer of Part B, to sing the lower part of a 2-part phrase from score, with the upper part played by the examiner. The candidate may choose to sing from treble or bass clef. The lower part will be within the range of an octave, in a major or minor key with up to 4 sharp serrats. First, the examiner will name and play the key chord and the starting note and then give the pulse. A brief period of preparation will follow during which the candidate may sing out loud. The examiner will play the key chord and the starting note again and then count in 2 bars. If necessary, the examiner will allow a second attempt, although this may affect the assessment. Here is an example. The examiner will say this in the exam. Here is a two-part phrase. I would like you to sing the lower part, while I play the upper part of number 1 in the booklet. First I will give you the key chord, your starting note and the speed, then you can have a few moments to look through it, and try it out loud. Here is the key chord of A minor. Your starting note and the speed. Now I will count in 2 bars. Check your answer. Here is the lower part only. Part C. To identify whether the modulations at the end of 2 different passages are to the dominant, subdominant or relative minor, major. The first passage will begin in a major key and the second will begin in a minor key. Each passage will be played once by the examiner. Before playing each passage, the examiner will name and play the starting key chord. The candidate may answer using technical names like dominant, subdominant, relative minor, major, or the letter name of the new key. Minor key passages may modulate to the dominant, major, or minor, but the candidate is only required to specify dominant in such cases. Now 2 modulations. Tell me where the music modulates to at the end of each passage. You will hear each of them only once. The first one begins in C major, and this is the key chord. Where does it modulate to? The second one begins in E minor, and this is the key chord. Where does it modulate to? Check your answer here. This first one modulates to subdominant. The second one modulates to dominant. Part D. To describe the characteristic features of a piece played by the examiner. After hearing the piece, the candidate should describe any notable features, such as texture, structure, character, style, and period, etc. The examiner will prompt the candidate with questions only if this becomes necessary. Listen to this piece, then describe the features that you have noticed. You may describe the texture, structure, character, or style and period, and mention any feature that you think is relevant. Again? Check your answer here. You need to mention about 2/3 of the following list. Thank you for watching. Good luck to your exam.